up for Dan Miller, everybody. Dan.
Man, you really know how to celebrate Easter, huh? What do you bring, a reindeer at Christmas time? So, cabs in New York have gotten expensive, and they're not really transparent about their pricing either. I feel like the meter will say 20 bucks, the cabbie presses a few buttons, and all of a sudden it's 34. I decided to just ask a cab driver what all these extra fees were, and I'm so happy I did, because it clarified everything. He's like, oh, there's a 5% surcharge, an 8% city tax, and a 15% fuck you for the fuck of it fee. I had no idea there was a surcharge. So, a few years back, I got hernia surgery. And the surgery just patches a hole in your abdominal wall, and you're usually healed up within a week or two. Not me, though. One thing that happens after the surgery is that your balls swell up and turn purple. Something to do with excess blood, maybe not getting laid in a while, I'm really not sure. But they turn purple for 2 to 3 days. When it's 6 days, and my balls are still looking like a postcard sunset, I'm getting a little concerned here. So I shoot my doctor a text, and let him know that I have an issue. His response, 4 words: pictures please, no face. It's true. For some reason, everyone over 70 refuses to use verbs in text messages. But I'm no rookie though, like my high school ex-girlfriend. So this guy's getting full ball sack, no face. Depending on the angle, maybe a neck roll or 2 or 4. We've all been there, right guys? Now, the keyword in his text, to me at least, was pictures with an S, which in my mind was an invitation to send more than one. I'm debating the right number of pictures to send. Is, let's say, 15 too overzealous and creepy? Is 2 or 3 too prude where I'm playing hard to get? I wind up taking 40 and sending 10, which I think is a pretty strong ratio for nudes taken to nudes sent. Ladies, am I right? Yeah, you're like shrugging. Sending 10 pictures though? You think I'd at least get back a shot of his nipple or some shit? But like most male sexting experiences, it was me just recklessly driving down a one-way street. So at this time, I'm also renewing my passport. Has anyone done this?
Yeah.
For some reason, you need to print a headshot picture of yourself, staple it to an application, and physically mail it in. You're telling me the government can execute an airstrike with drones on a target 20 yards wide, but can't accept a fucking JPEG for a passport? So from the surgery, my balls are the size of pumpkins. I haven't been outside in a week, and I'm planning to just walk a few blocks to FedEx to print this picture. But as is consistent with the New York City paper printing experience, 3 stores had their printers broken, so after a 2-mile waddle around the Upper East Side, doing anything I can to not have my balls brush up against my groins, I finally find a CVS that can take a picture and print it. So I hand the employee my phone, he snaps a picture, opens the camera roll. He might be 1 step ahead of me. He's like, oh God, oh no, here, take it, please just take it back. This man is greeted with a 40-picture collage of my balls, spanning every variation of the colors purple, pink, green, blue, hint of brown, a tad of orange in there. I'm still not even sure he realized that these mutilated balloons were balls and not a bag of pulverized grapes. So I find myself standing in CVS, in full defense mode, explaining hernia surgery to a lovely gentleman named Raphael, who's just experienced trauma that will take years of therapy to repair. I get the hell out of there as fast as I can. So I get home, my wife's like, hey, how'd it go? I sigh, and I'm like, just cancel the European vacation. The passport's not going to be ready in time. So speaking of my wife, I asked her one favor. Absolutely no plans on Sundays in the fall. Why is that? Football, that's right. Not only do I not want any plans, I don't want to be asked to do any chores. I don't even want to be spoken to when I'm watching a football game. Turn off the oven, turn off the grill, feed the cat. These are all things that could wait until the next day if there's a tied game in the fourth quarter. You know what? My marriage to the Jets is stronger than my marriage to my wife. Yeah, I'd trade that thing for a Super Bowl ring. I love the Jets so much, but they break my heart. I'm like an abused spouse. They haven't made the playoffs in 13 years. 13. For you non-sports fans, to put that in relationship terms, that's like only getting hand jobs with no sex for 13 years straight. Regular season games are like hand jobs, playoff games are like sex, and the Super Bowl, anal. Ironically, in my household, Super Bowl Sunday is also only once a year. But after 13 years of hand jobs, I'd be filing for divorce immediately. But I'm gonna stick with this team, whether Aaron Rodgers tears his Achilles again, runs for vice president, or does whatever the hell he wants to do just to let me down again. Sign me up for life, I'm all in. So speaking of marriage, my father-in-law really wants grandchildren. And I'm constantly getting the question, are you guys trying? I'm going to just translate what each of these types of questions actually mean. Are you guys trying? Means, are you coming inside? Are you guys still trying? I understand you were coming inside. Are you still coming inside? How long have you... Whoa. How long have you guys been trying? Have you been coming inside for years or more just like months or weeks? Are you seeing anyone to help you guys try? Are you seeing a doctor that's identifying the exact hour and minute of the day for peak ovulation? Or are you dropping everything else to fuck at that moment? Are you happy now, Grandpa Ken? All the information you need? You still want grandchildren? Actually, my father-in-law is in this room. On a totally unrelated note, are there any divorce lawyers in the audience here?
Right.